Excuse me. Hey, how y'all doing today?
Darrell, your numbers have been off the charts the last few weeks. What do you attribute that success to?
Just staying locked in and, staying hopeful and making sure that I'm staying consistent and, getting better in this last half of the season.
What do you mean staying hopeful?
Just staying hopeful, knowing that it didn't start off the right way for me, but it's always room to finish.
Was that tough for you earlier in the season when it wasn't going the way you wanted?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, just not playing the way you wanted to play, and I feel great now, so that's what I'm leaning on, and I'm excited about that.
Clinton was saying yesterday when that happens with a guy, maybe the playing time reduces. They could kind of go one of two ways, and he liked obviously the way you made it work. What for you allowed you to take advantage of your opportunity when it came?
Just being strong, being resilient. I didn't play my best, in the beginning of the season. Got back in the lab, week after week, and just kind of kept crafting, kept getting better, kept listening to the coaches, kept listening to Coach Pete, everybody, Coach Curry and Hurt, and they helped me, keep building on my success and everything that's been going on in the second half, and it's been feeling a lot better than the first half. So, yeah.
Pete said there was a meeting about a month ago that maybe has kind of led to or contributed to your recent output. What was that meeting like?
Yeah, just talking about, the things I do best. He sent me like a few film clips to watch of myself from last season. And, that helped a lot, just seeing how, I rushed last season and just trying to get back to that. So, it did help out a lot just watching myself from the previous season, and listening, what Pete had to say about, last year versus this year. So it was definitely great, and I needed it. So, and it helped a lot. So, as you can see, the second half of the season is going pretty well for me. So,
what stood out to you watching it back? Did you think you were thinking too much, just kind of doing too many things at the same time? What kind of stood out to you?
No, I don't think I was thinking too much. It's just mostly was just about rush angles and knowing how to attack the opponent. When I get it in close space and everything like that. But it was more on rush angles and stuff like that. So once I honed in on that, it was like go time.
Is that kind of trying to emphasize using your speed? I mean, puts you in more positions.
Yeah, definitely. All of the above. Using my speed. Coming underneath and mixing that in with a power rush here and there. So it's been a lot better going into the second half. Those videos helped just watching that extra film.
You ever end a half and a game with a sack before?
Oh no, I never did that before. No, that was crazy.
Where do you think you create the biggest mismatches for tackles?
Using my speed, being versatile, whether I make a tackle kick too far and I come underneath, or, him posting a three-tech and I just run around the edge on him and get a strip sack or something like that. I think that's where I pose my biggest threat, using my speed.
What's also the timing at the line of scrimmage? Because you do have a great get-off, but you also have to, hold back a little.
Definitely, you try to time the ball as much as you can, but, it's just about anticipation and being able to have that feeling. It's like really like a God-given feeling. I feel like the talent that we have to be able to do that, it's unbelievable because this timing and anticipation is something different. And when you see it, you just go.
The first sack that you had Sunday, was that one of the better timed jumps that you've had?
Oh, definitely, yeah. We knew that we had a tip on the center, so we used it, and it worked out in my better half. So.
Did that tip, was that consistent through the whole game? Did you have it?
No, I wasn't consistent through the whole game. Before that moment, it was because it was earlier in the game.
Earlier in the season, I ask this without being too simplistic, were you trying to do inside moves and spin moves and things that to give offensive linemen a varied book on you, and then you realize maybe how much can your speed alone in the NFL be enough, and you don't need a repertoire of moves and insides and different angles?
Yeah, so I would say on that part, speed is not the only thing you can use. You got to use your hands, and I think in the beginning of the season I wasn't really doing that. I was relying on my speed more than anything, thinking I can just run around the edge, and then quarterbacks mostly just step up, and I thought that was the only thing I could do. So now, just going through the season and seeing how the season went, I just, the coaching staff helped me, get better with using my hands, emphasizing it each week and everything like that. So I think that's helped me a lot going into the second half.
How bad do you want to play in a playoff game?
Oh my God, so bad, man. I want to play in a playoff game so bad, and I want it for our team so bad because I feel like we deserve it. Just about, how our season went, ups and downs, highs and lows, man. I feel like we deserve it, and I feel like if it go and we get in, then the clean slate, man, let's get to work. So I'm excited. I hope we get our opportunity.
What were some of the rushes from last year that they showed you to try to emphasize?
Just speed rushes and staying tight to the fight, whether you're getting punched and, reducing your surface and getting around the edge, because you got to take some blows to give some. So just doing that, trying not to be too clean and everything or be too perfect.
What is that excitement like? Obviously, with this game, giving you that opportunity to potentially get to the playoffs, what is that mindset excitement like heading into Sunday?
It just makes me want to kick in even like third gear because I feel like I'm in second gear now. So it just makes you want to kick in the third gear and give more to the program, so that we can do more, so we can play longer.
Why do you think you guys can be a dangerous team if you get into the playoffs?
I think we can be a dangerous team because once we put it all together, the games that we have put it all together where we just dominated teams on defense and then our offense was just scoring, putting the numbers in, putting the touchdowns in the end zone, stuff like that. And special teams hitting on all three cylinders, can't nobody stop us. I don't care who it is.
What kind of challenge is a McVay Rams offense for an edge guy like yourself with different perimeter stuff they do, moving the quarterback around, just all the different things?
It's a challenge for sure, but I think as long as you're playing fast and you're using your keys and all the reads that you need, that you watch throughout the film, throughout the week, you just use that, and that'll help you play as fast as you possibly need to.
What do you feel has gotten better with the run defense the last 3-4 weeks?
I think guys just, staying consistent and staying in their gaps and everything like that. Everybody just not trying to mow anyone else's lawn, and we all doing our own jobs first before we, try to help correct anybody else. So I think that's the most important part about guys, just everybody doing their own job, not trying to mow anybody else's lawn.
He's been a couple years alongside Bobby Wagner. What do you think the response will be at Lumen Field on Sunday?
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. I think they'll welcome him for sure. He's a great guy, great leader, great player, great person. So, I think they'll welcome him, and we for sure will too. As as our old teammates. So, we love him to death, and he's going to keep doing great things as he should.
Is that a Clint Hurt saying, mowing somebody else's lawn?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Going back to you were just explaining about some techniques. What did you mean by you can't be too clean when you're rushing?
Yeah, just trying to be super perfect with your moves and everything. It's not gonna look pretty all the time. Getting a sack or getting a TFL or anything. So it's not gonna look pretty all the time, and it's all about getting it by any means necessary.
Is your desire to want to play in a playoff game at all fueled by missing the one your rookie year?
No, not really. Nah.
Where were you watching that? Were you on the sidelines of that game?
No, we couldn't be on the sideline that year at all. So I was home, cheering my guys on, excited about it. But 2020, yeah, we couldn't be on the sideline at all. So.
What was that like, man?
Yeah, that was that was definitely different having to watch from home. It was for sure a different experience than it is now.
Do you have a plan for watching the Detroit Green Bay game afterward if you guys win? And afterwards?
Nah. I'm just worried about this game this week, us winning and us playing our best game, and then, we'll figure that part out later.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
Thank you.